Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, wherever you are joining us from in the world. I remain your instructor for today, Genesis. How was your Easter celebration? I guess you guys celebrated it well. From this end, I really enjoyed the Easter celebration. It was awesome. Okay, just a rule of thumb. If you have any question, please, you can unmute your mic and ask me. I might not see the group chat because I'm sharing my screen right now. If you have any question, feel free to unmute your mic, stop me at any point and ask the question. Today is the fourth day or the fifth day in this spring MS Word. So the last time on Tuesday last week, we bulleted our number list. We created and formatted tables. We merged and splitted cells. So in that class, we're able to design an invoice, right? What we designed last week, invoice. Let me see if I can open the invoice, Genob store invoice. So this was what we did last week and some other things, right? So continue from there today. What we have today in the, should I say agenda now, is inserting elements. We insert pictures and shapes. We did the pictures and shape, format them. We insert text boxes and WordArt. We use SmartArt, right? So we'll start from inserting pictures. Like I said, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me. I'm here just because of you. If you don't understand anything, pause me at any point, ask me, and I will answer you immediately. Right. Another thing we also insert today, if time permits, is links. We'll try to insert links, see how links work, right? Okay, we'll head straight to MS Word and let's see where it leads us to. Okay. I'll create a new document and I'll create it using shortcut Control N. Control N means open new blank document. Control N. So this word, new blank document, open. Right? From what we have today, we are to insert word pictures. From here, we insert pictures and shapes. So the first thing first, we insert word a picture, and let's see how to insert a picture. To insert a picture, you head over to insert tab, which is this. From there, we have pictures here. I insert picture. We'll click on insert picture. If you are inserting a picture online, you click on word online picture. If you are inserting it from your device on premise, your computer, you click on word this device or stock images, you insert stock images. So let us first insert pictures from what our device. I'll click here, insert picture from this device, right? So already I know where my picture is located in my computer. So I'll head on to that folder, Genob Tech. From here, the picture I want to insert, I'll look for it. So let me just insert something like this. I insert this. If I want to insert two images, I hold my control key and click on the other one. I've clicked the first one, which is this background 11. I hold my control key and click this one, download. And I click what? Insert. So I have two pictures here inserted already. Right? I have two pictures inserted already. But these pictures are not moving. Why are they not moving? They are not moving. Why? They are still, right? So I need to do something for them to move. And what is that? I will wrap text this image so that it will move around if I want to move it, right? Whenever we move the images that are still like this, what do? I right click on the image. I come down here, you see wrap text. From wrap text, I can wrap text tight, square, through, bottom, and top, behind text, in front of text. Another way we can also wrap text is what we go through is view, I think if you right. Okay, let me go back to insert. No, so we'll look for it. It's somewhere here. Uh, no references. I think it's review or view. Okay, I'll look for it where we can wrap text through the tabs here or drawing. It should be view or review here. I think it's review. Okay. If we cannot find it, we'll use the right click to do what to wrap text. Okay, this is it, right? Under layout. Thank you. Have you seen it? We wrap text here under layout. In your own version of Excel, or let me say Word, you may see page layout. So you click on page layout and we have wrap text here. So you click on wrap text. You see this drop down. It means we have more options. We have more things here. It's not just this wrap text that we have. We can wrap text through, we can wrap text behind, we can wrap text in front of object, behind images, and all of that. So I click on what the drop down arrow. So you can see wrap text in front. If I say behind images, you can see
My
that
own
this.
does not show that text. But no.
No, click on the image first.
Okay, on the image. Okay,
Yes,
because I've
yes,
not put an image. Okay, that's
exactly.
fine.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if I
thank
say
you.
wrap, then you're welcome. If I say wrap text in front of the image or behind the image, you can see that the other object is is placed in front of this other image. Why? I've sent the other image behind. So the other one can rest on it in front. But if I say wrap text behind, or sorry, wrap text would where is it? In front, you see, the other image will go behind this very image. So if I drag it down, you see that this image is behind it. If it were text, it will be sent behind the text. Let me say I have something like this. Let me try to write something here. Okay. I'll click here. I have something like this. Let me just write nonsense here. I copy it, paste it back. See, I can place this object or this image in front of the text. But if I want to wrap text it behind, don't forget I can use right click, wrap text word behind text. You can see it now. The text is in front of the word, the object or the image, right? So that's what I can do with my image using wrap text. When I insert an image, it is not moving. What do? I wrap text it. Okay, let me check another thing that we have here. Let me use this invoice here. Let's say I want to remember when we inserted the logo that day, the logo was not moving. We have to do what? We have to wrap text it. Let's say I want to bring in another logo here to make it like a watermark or anything. I want the logo to be placed in front here. What do? Let me go back and insert the logo. I click on what? Insert pictures from this device. I have the logo somewhere. I return back general or Igban. Business, the image is here. I insert it. You see, it's pulling down the word, the table, and every other text. If I carry it to this side, I can, of course, anywhere I drag it to, it will scatter that place, right? But if I want to, I can wrap text it to either be behind the text or in front of the text. What do? I click on it and say what? I right click on it and say what? Wrap text. I can just come here to layout wrap text so that text is behind the word, the text. So I can have it like this. If I want it in front of the text, I can also wrap text it in front of the word text. If I want to move it down, so I can have it here. I want to move it down like this. Okay. So I can have it here like what? Let's say my watermark. I'll have it here like as my word watermark. Let me zoom it a bit. Okay. So I have this image like this as my watermark. But don't forget that if I write something here, this may interfere with my write-up. Let's say I want to write something here, say laptops, just like what we have here. We have Dell Latitude 7400. So if I want to write that on top here with this black something, this general, it will interfere with it. So what do? I need to reduce the brightness of this, or maybe the transparency, increase the transparency or reduce the transparency. Let's go. So how do I do it? I right click on it, I'll click on the image. Once I click on the image, you see something like format picture here. Can you see the format picture here? I click on format picture. I have picture border, picture effect, and all of that. So I click on effect, actually derotation, reflection, shadow, and all of that. So let me just click on rotation and more word 3D rotation. It will open this place like this for me. So I have 3D rotation here. So let's check other things that we have, properties that we have here. Other properties we have here. Okay, I click on the picture itself. So you can see we have here word effect, we have layout and properties, then we have fill here. This fill is for color, right? I can add line color, and that's only be gradient fill, picture or text fill, pattern fill. So let's say this is a picture already. Let's try to insert color. You can see the color have been added roundward, the logo, but that's not what I want. If it's gradient, this is what we have. Pattern fill, this is what we have. Pattern fill here rather. Picture fill. You can fill it with a picture, right? Okay. Or this is what effects. I can have reflection here. Transparency is here of the word of the reflected object. So I can increase the transparency like this. You can see it here, very light. But that's not what I want, right? I will undo. That's not what I want. What I want to do is to do what? Is to add transparency with the logo itself. So I click on picture. When I click on picture, I can check let me say picture correction. I don't like how it appearing. I can increase the sharpness. For instance, you have a picture that is very blur. You can increase the sharpness to make it look sharp, right? You can also use presets here. I have other pictures I can choose here from it. This one is anyone you choose, you definitely see changes. It's not showing well because this picture is very bright and clear, right? So that is sharpness. We have other things we can also do here. Also change picture color. I can change the color of the picture here to something like this from picture color. See the pictures here. I can change to something like this. Anyone I want. But I like the original color, something like this, right? I also have preset colors, which is almost the same thing, but the colors will also change. You can see it. I can increase the saturation or reduce the saturation of the picture. I also have color tone. I can also choose my color tone here. That's preset, right? But what I want to achieve now is to do what? Is to increase the transparency. I will increase it to maybe 70%. You can see that it's now painted inside. It's not like the watermark we added that day. Can you see it clearly? Let me zoom in. You can see it now painted. So with this now, you can write anything on top of it without it affecting it. Let me write the same thing I wrote there. Del latitude 300 8 gig RAM, 8 GB RAM, core i7, 8 generation, something like this. You can see the write-up very clear, right? It's clearly seen. So even if I write something on top of it, even if I change the color to red color, you see it very clear. If I change it to even something like this, you can see it clearly. Why? Because the image behind the text is what? Is very, is not that very sharp. I've increased the transparency so that it will not overshadow the right up here. Do you understand? Any question? Any question on inserting
No, sir.
shape? Okay. So that's what we can do here with what? With our image. So let's continue where we started. So I have this image like this. I have this image like this. What can I do with this image? We can do a lot of things here. For instance, if I have something, let me bring an image that has a background, and let's see how we can remove the background. So I will insert image. This time around, let's try to insert an image online. Let's insert an image online. I click on online images. So I'll search for it here. Let's check something like this apple, right? Or this airplane. So let's insert something like this apple. I insert the apple. I click on it. You allow it to load, right? So I have it here. You allow it to load, and now what? I insert it. Click on what? Insert. It will pull it. It's downloading. You can see. Okay, we have our apple here, right? So this apple, I want to use it. You see, it's not moving. What do we do? Since the picture is not moving, what do we do? If we insert an object or image like this and it's not moving, what do we do? We wrap text, right? What do we wrap text? We go to layout or page layout, depending on the version of Word or Office you are using. So, or we right click on it, then we have what? Wrap text here. I say wrap text from. Okay. So I have this image like I don't want to use it like this. I want to remove what? The background of the image. You can say I'm placing it over this because this one was sent behind text. So I'm placing it over here. I don't want this background to show. What do? I will go to remove background. So in case you can't find remove background, anytime you click on the can you see our tabs here? We have 5 tabs up to word help. But once I click on the object, another tab will appear, which is what? Picture format here. That was to format the picture. So if I double click on it or I click on picture format, more things will show, which are what? Panels under or ribbon group under word picture format. So I double click here. You can now see that we have different panels or ribbon group here. We have what? Adjust here, picture style, accessibility, arrange, and co. So the arrange is where we have the wrap text and all of that. So let me click on what? Remove background under adjust here. So I click on remove background. I want to remove the background of this. Once I click on remove background is no longer there. So I have my apple like this. This is interesting. So what do? I still have extra spaces. Whenever we are designing or working on something, we try to reduce, maximize, let me say, minimize the extra spaces. And how do I do that? I need to crop. Even on your phone, you know how to crop, right? So if I double click on it again, or if I click on it once, I click on what? Picture format. If I click on picture format, I will see these were panels here. So what I want is what? I want to crop the picture. I come to size. I click on crop. From crop, I drag these black edges like this because I can drag it up and down at the same time. Or if I use this, it means I'm dealing with up, only up. But if I use the angle, I can drag both up and sideways, right? I reduce it like this. This is faster for me, but use any one that works well for you. Then here, I do the same thing, drag like this. Okay. Then I click outside when I'm done. So you can now see the spaces have been minimized. I only have my word, my object now, or my picture. So with this, I can use it to do anything I want to do. So I have it this way. So let's say I want to write name and say this is Apple. So see another thing I can also do with my image, right? I've inserted image like this. We have been able to remove the background. We can correct it like what we did the other time. Let's say the apple is not bright enough and I want to increase the brightness. What do? I come to picture correction. This is what I can do. I can increase the sharpness from here. Up here is sharpness and softness. I can increase the sharpness so that it will be very sharp. This is sharpness here. I think the sharpness will see better if I use this picture here. So let's increase the sharpness here. You see somehow very sharp now compared to what we had before. Somehow very sharp. And let us also increase what the brightness of it. Let's say I increase the brightness of something like this or like this. You can exploit on your own. You see, I can also reduce the brightness here. If I come to the left, toward the left is very dark, while toward the right is very bright, right? So I can increase the brightness or reduce the brightness, while up here was the sharpness or the word softness. This is very soft. This is very word sharp. Okay. So if I let me try to bring in something like a text that was screenshot. Okay. Because that one, let's say somebody give me something like a text, save it in form of text that, okay, I should help to increase, I should print it for him or her, right? And I notice that it's very blur. I cannot work with it. What do? I need to increase the brightness. I need to manipulate the object. So let me insert something like this screenshot and let's see how it is. So I have something like this. This one is still clear, sharp. You can see, oh, I hope you know go and use my password. Okay, so let me insert another thing entirely. Don't forget that once we log out, we rejoin the class immediately. Okay, so let me try to see if I can insert another thing. Let's use this design here. Let's see what we can do. This one is still very sharp, right? Still very sharp. Okay. But let's try to manipulate it and see correct. I've increased the sharpness. I don't know if you notice anything. You might not see it, but you see it from the text here. Let me reduce the sharpness instead. That's the highest. So if I reduce the sharpness, this is how the picture will look like. So sometimes you see you have images that are blurred like this. So it is your responsibility to make it sharp, right? So I want to insert an object, but it's very blurred like your picture. What do? I come to correction and I increase the sharp. So it is your responsibility to make this image or this object right. Because this object was given to you, or let me say you got this object or image like this, you inserted it, it is not clear. It is your responsibility to know how to navigate and manipulate the object to make it bright, right? So, and how do you go about that? You click on the object, you see the picture format. You click on picture format, and you see what correction here under adjust. No, before we remove the background, still under adjust. But now we want to correct the word object to make it word bright for us. So we click on correction. We can make it bright here. You can see the difference is clear. The object is now what very bright, right? And that would just the sharpness. So would they increase the sharpness? So we can also increase what the brightness of the object. If I come here, I will reduce the brightness this way. Toward the left, you reduce the brightness. Toward the right, you increase the brightness. Then a very, very bright now. Very, very bright. To the extent that it has removed the colors that came with the object. The original object is this. You can see the color here. So if I increase the brightness further, it will even remove the colors that came with it. Right? So that's what we can do here under correction. What we can do here also is what the color. I can change the color just the way we change the color the other time. I can also use artistic word effect, which is something like this. And give it effect like this. So it's better with the original color. Let me use the original color test, which is this. So you can see the effect now. This how it will look like. Let me return it back to this. Okay. So that's how we can add effect. If we have a need for it, we still have transparency here. Can make it transparent to any percentage we want. We can increase it. This is like 50%, and this is 95% transparency level. So we can leave it like this if we want to use it like watermark. But you can see that if I say it should be placed over an object, which is what we have text in front of object or in front of text. Let me take this in front of a text, unless you can see it is in front, but it's not overshadowing the text because why? It is transparent. Let's say we have a transparent glass. If you place a transparent glass on an object, it will not overshadow the object. You can still see the object clearly from there, right? That's because we place on word transparent. You can see this one now. If I move it over, let me delete this. If I move this object over the text, let me bring it in front of the text. That text in front of what text. It will cover the text, right? But let's make it transparent to see if we can still see the text. I double click on it, or I click on picture format. I come to transparent. I make it 95% transparent. 95% transparent. You can see the text, right? But this is placed over the text. Because we made it transparent so high, you can still see what the text clearly. But let's use something like 15%, you can still see it. Or something like this. This is what 0%. If we use 15%, you can still see something under it. So that's how we can manipulate the pictures. What else can we do with the picture? Apart from transparent. Let me use the apple, right? We can add the picture frame or style here. This is like styling the picture. You can see how it's changing. If you want to see more styles, this is what we can do. We can light like this. Anyhow, this one has reflection or reflected word level. So this is what we can do here. We still have more things we can do with picture. I come here. If we want to add borders to the picture, we can add borders to the picture. If I add border here, these things, we can choose any color we want. We can also add the width of the border here. Right? We have picture effect here. Let's see what this effect has for us. We can use presets, something like this. They are all beautiful in their own way. Any you want to use the reflect, preset. We have shadow. We can add shadow to our picture like this. Any shadow of your choice, you can add. These are inner shadows. Why these ones are what? Outer shadow. Inner shadow will be inside. You might not see it. But this outer shadow, if you check here, you can see the shadow here, somewhere here, right? You can see the shadow. And you draw in. You can see shadow here, right? So that's a shadow. You can see it. So what do we have again? We have reflection. See what reflection has. It will reflect the object. You will now see double, but the other one will be fainted, right? So anyone you want to use, we have soft edges to reduce the edges of the word image, the object we use. You can see this one. You cannot even see the object again. You can use this one to soften the edges. And this one, you can see that the edges are what softened now. So let me undo, Control Z to undo. What else do we have? I have level here. So let's see the different levels we have. You might not appreciate the level here until we add shapes, right? Okay. So 3D rotation is how we can rotate the object. 3D rotation. We'll explore this more when we use what when we insert shapes. So let us insert a shape and see. Okay. We insert shapes or icons here. We are done with picture insert. Let us insert a shape and see. I will insert a star here or lines. Any shape of our choice can be inserted from here. Anyone will see. So let me insert this kind of star here. I draw it. I click and draw it. So I click on this yellow dot here. Drag inside to reduce or to increase the word edges. Drag outside to reduce the edges. So this is now like what? Maybe semicircle or this hexagon. Any of you count the angles that are here. Right, so I'll reduce it. I bring it inside like this. So this is our word. So let me use this one like this. Okay. So what can we do with it? Or what we did with the picture, we can also format our shape here. So let's format this shape and see. If I click on the shape, this shape format tab will appear. So if I will click on it, what can I do with it? What can I do here? I can change the shape to any other shape. I can bring in another shape I draw. I can also change this shape. To change the shape, I come here and say, well, change shape, right? What I inserted was what? A star like this. So I just feel, okay, this is not the star I'm looking for. I come to what? Insert shapes here. I click on what? This icon here. We have change shape. We have edit point. So I say change shapes. I can change the shape to another star entirely, or I choose something like this. You can see that's how we can change the shape. Can change the shape. If time permits, okay, maybe if we do yeah, if time permits, I will design a fan using this very shape here for us. I won't do. So let's have this one. So in case I want to edit the point, I can also edit the point here. But we'll do that when we insert another shape. I can also add a text here, right? In the text box or draw a text box, text like this. To add a text to what the object or add a text anywhere, we insert what text box. I can type, let me say I want to title it. I say this is a star, right? A star. Okay, so this text box now that I've inserted, if I bring it over here, you see that it has what? It has a fill. So this fill is called a shape fill. So I can remove this shape fill so that when I bring it over here, it will not overshadow the star here, right? So how do I do that? I click on it, I come to format shapes, then I see what shape fill here. I click on shape fill and say what no fill. You can see now there's no fill on it again. So I can place it on the object, nothing will happen, right? It will not overshadow the object. If I can also remove what the outline of the word of the text, the shape, right? I come to what shape outline and say what no outline. You can see we don't have outline again. We don't have the fill again. So I can bring this over an object. It will stay without affecting the object. So let me remove this other shapes here. Okay, so that's how we can do what remove the shape fill and also remove what the background. Not forget, let's return back to the star. I click on the star, like I said, format shape or shape format. I can come here to what shape fill and change the color to any one of my choice. Let me drag this. Okay, let me change it to red first. We have a red here, right? Here, what can I do? I can change the outline color. I've chosen red as my shape color or shape fill, right? Let me change the outline to black. So I've added black outline, but you cannot see now because the width of the outline is very low or small. So let me click on shape outline again. Then I come to what weight of the outline. I click on weight. You see here it was half. It's half PT. So let me increase it to something like 3PT. You can see the outline is very bold now, right? So I can also change the color of the outline. I come to shape outline, change the color of the outline to any color of my choice. Have it like this. Okay. So let me use this one to explain shape effect. I double click on it to bring boxes. I click on shape effect, like what we have before, the picture effect and all of that. So let me use preset and let's appreciate the beauty of preset here. So I have this preset here. You can see it has changed the shapes more. It's now popping out, right? And the edges are soft. Okay, so I can use another preset, say something like this. You can see our shape. Isn't it beautiful? It is, of course. So we have it like this. Let me drag it up. You see it beautiful. And again, this is transparent. This is transparent, whether it is in front or behind. So let us bring it in front of the text. Okay, this is behind. Let's bring it in front of the text and see if it overshadow it. I click on it, right click on it, wrap text in font, right? You can see that it's not covering our text. Why? Because that preset is what transparent. Can you see? It's in front of the text, but yet it's still what transparent. So let me return the effect back to the normal or preset rather to normal. You can see that it has covered our text. If I put it on preset, it will not cover the text because it is transparent. Let's explore the 3D rotation and see what we can do here. Or let me choose level again. See level. I love this level of 18. You can see it popping up. It adds beauty to our text. For instance, if I'm designing something like a fan using MS Word, so if I click here, I can use my 3D rotation to make it lie down. Something like this or this. This is my 3D rotation. It will make it look like it's lying down. We can see. So let's say I want to bring in that a rod or whatever that holds the fan. I'll click on what? Insert shape. Let me bring in something like this and draw it. When you check this thing, it will look like, oh, it is actually resting on this shape. Shape you can see. So that's how we can make our shape to lie down using what? Using shape tool here called what? Shape effect and 3D rotation. We can make it lie down like this. You can see this one. This one is lying down perfectly. So you also appreciate it. Let me change the shape to what? A circle. I double click here to bring the shape, format shape to. So I come here, change shape. I change it to what? Something like circle here. Where's my circle? Circle. Here. I change the circle. You can see, right? So let's say this is the base of my fan. If I insert this rod like this or this other shape, it will look like, oh, it is actually resting on this object. So that's what we can do. If I'm to design a fan now, it's very simple thing. Here, I can come and insert this shape like this. This is what stars and banners. I click on this. Oops, sorry about that. Stars and banners. Why is it not clicking? Okay, something like this. Let's see. This is my farm. I'll make it something like this. I bring in another shape. This something like this. So this will actually look like my farm. But you laugh it for now. So it's something like this. You see that it's not like a fan Abby. It's more fun with big brain. Something like this. But they know what we want to do for today. So let's continue doing what? Editing our object or shapes, right? So that what we can do. Any shape you want to insert, you can insert it through this. So let us see how we can edit our shape. I will bring in insert one shape again. Let me remove this text. Let me insert one shape here and we'll edit it and see how it will look like. Let me say I want to draw a cube. A cube. We have cubes here that we can insert. There's a cube here. I can insert this cube. So this is a cube, right? So this is my cube.
Yes.
I want to color the part differently to give me what I want. But remember this yellow thing, anywhere you see it, it's either you want to smooth the edges, you want to increase the edges, change the shape and all of that. That's what you can do. But now this shape is not giving me what I want, or this shape is not giving me what I want because I cannot change the colors separately. So what do? I click on it. Let's try to change the color. I want to color it into 3 different places. I mean, different colors, right? I want to give it different colors. This front to have a different color, the side different color, and the top a different color. So, but I cannot achieve that like this. That way, editing shape will come in. So I want to bring in a shape and I will edit the shape to give me what I want. So I come back to what shapes and I choose something like this. I will draw it to trace this. This is my first shape. You can see with this, I now have 2 colors, Abby. Okay. I have 2 colors like this. I want to bring in another shape here. What can I do? I can duplicate this shape instead of bringing in another shape. How can I duplicate the shape? I click on it and say Control plus what? D. Control D or Command D if you are using Mac. I click on it, Control D or Command D. So you have the shape like this. Now I want to edit the shape. How do I do it? I right click on the shape here to edit it. Or I double click, then you see here, I have what? Edit points here. I can right click or come to shape format, come to this place and say what? Edit points. But I like right clicking because it is closer to me. So edit points. Now I will drag this point over here to give me this very shape, where the shape is. I'll drag it over here. You can see that altered it a bit. I'll drag this other one down like this. I want to see the shape where it is. I bring it over here. So now I have how many shapes? I have three shapes. I mean, two shapes already, plus this one. So I want to get the one on top here. Yes. So I can see that this one is not giving me, that's not giving me what I wanted. Yes, because the edges here are not the same. So I can still right click to edit the shape, edit point, and I drag this one here. When you want to get the shape very well, you have to zoom in so you see what you are doing, right? So now I can also double click, duplicate this one by doing what Control D or Command D if you are using MacBook. So I have it here. So I'll use this one now to also edit the other point that's remaining. I can just bring it like this, right? Okay. So I will, okay. I think it will stress me this way. What can I do? Okay. Do not stress me, Sha. I'll reduce the object, then come here. Or better still, let me bring in another shape. I should use this one, double. I double the shape, then bring it over here. I zoom in to see what I'm doing clearly. I right click and see what edit points. Click on edit point and I drag this one down here. I drag this other one down. I need to first drag it somewhere so I can see where I want to go. So I drag it here. So I have the three shapes now, balance. I still edit this one to meet what I need. I zoom in. Okay. All right, so I have this three shape now. So with this, I can give it different colors. Okay. I can give this one a different color. Say I want to give it black. I can color this one black. I can color this one red or any color of my choice. Red. I can give this one yellow or any color of my choice. Let me give it yellow. So I have this three object like this. I have this cube now, but this cube, different colors. So, but if you insert that other cube, you cannot give it three different colors like this. So from here, I can now drag these ones out. What do? I can come here to Home tab. Under Home tab, I come to this place where we have editing panel. I'll come to this place and say what select. Select what I want to select object. So here I can stand at the point where I know if I draw, it will be able to cover these three shapes here for me. Come back, select object. I stand at the point like this and draw across so that it will highlight the three shapes for me. You can see that have been highlighted a bit. So now I can move the shape to anywhere I want to move. But the other one is still there inside. I'm trying to remove it so that that one inside can be deleted, right? So if I cannot achieve that, what do? I can come here, click one of the shapes and hold my my control key. Select this one, shake my cursor here, right? My mouse. You can see how it is showing one small box there. It means I want to select, and it's showing a plus sign. It means add up. I click on it. You see the three object or shapes have been selected. I can now move it out like this. So I have the original one. I delete this one. But see, it is not grouped. I can easily move it separately. So I will now undo Ctrl Z to undo it. So I want to group these three items together. How do I group it? The same way what I did before. I come here, select object. I select, then stand at the point where I know I can draw and cover the three the three shapes. I draw across it. The three objects or shapes have been highlighted. Then, okay. Then I have I will stand at a point like this, either this point or any of the point, or allow my cursor to change to these 4 arrows, meaning I can drag up, drag down, drag to the right, or click to select. I right click here. If I right click, I will see group here. I go to group object, then I'll group it together. So it can now move as one object, right? Alternatively, how do I achieve that? I undo. See, it's now separate, right? I come toward this layout. If I come to layout, you see this arrange. Under arrange, I have selection pane here. I click on selection pane. It will open I'll see all the objects I have, right? You can see rectangle 15, rectangle 15, rectangle 15. So what do? If I click on this, I can hide one of the rectangle, right? If I click again, it will show. So I can decide to hide any of them. Anyone I click on, it will highlight the shape for me. If I click on this one, it will highlight the shape for me. Click on this one. So it means I can move. If I want to move this one down, what do? If I want to move this one, like place it on top of the other one, I can move it down like this. Anyone that is down is the one that is ahead. Let me say the one that covers the other one. Okay, let's say I want to select the 3 objects at once. I can show all of them. I can hide all of them. See, I don't have hidden all of them, right? I can show all of them at the same time. Okay, so now I want to select the 3 objects. I click on one. I hold my control key, click on the other one, click on the other one. I've selected the 3 objects now. You can see, right? So what do? I can use this place, see group. I can group them here. I say group. So this one is very easy to do. I've grouped the 3 of them together. So let me just another way to do what? To color this one or to add a color to it using different ways. So let me come back here. I want to fill this one with a color, but instead of adding a color to it, I want to use a picture to fill the color for me. I will insert a picture instead of color here. So I come to picture from what? File, from a file. I click on file. Then I come here. I will choose any picture of my choice. Let's say I have this. Okay, let me return back to general tech. Let me insert this one. Let me use this one as the field. And I say what? I click on any of the object, or let me use this one like this. And I say what? Insert. You can now see we have this. So isn't it not beautiful to have it like this as the color, right? So I use picture instead of what? Color. Then this one, I want to use gradient fill instead of what? This color, right? Gradient fill will give me opportunity to insert different colors, to change colors, to merge colors, and all of that. So I use gradient word fill. Or I can use texture. The texture, I have textures like this that I can choose from. You can see the texture. Sorry, fill again. The texture. I use any texture of my choice. I can use this, right? But that's not what I want. I want to use gradient fill. I use gradient fill. I have gradients like this. I'll go to more gradients. So it will give me opportunity to use what? Gradients. So this is still on what? Picture or texture fill. I click on what? Gradient fill. So the gradient fill now will give me option to add more colors. If you check, this is not a solid color. We have light blue here, we have deep blue and all of that. So if I click on any of these fill here, I can change the color. So let me click on the first one here that is white. I come here, this is a fill. I change the fill to what? To, let's say I want to just manipulate between, okay, let me use red here. You can see we have a red fill here. What else can we use? I have this, I can reduce the red. You can see. I click on it. If I want to add, I click on this plus sign. I have more of the colors, right? If I want to remove one of the colors, what do? I click here to remove the color. Once I click on the color, I click here to remove the color. Okay, so now I want to add another color, say yellow, or let me add something like this, which is purple. I click on this one and add what? A black color to it. This is what we can do. So if I want the black to show very well, I can drag this one further and all of that. So I can also insert add another color here. Let me add white color here in this place. I add white color here. I drag it toward the side and add another color. to it. I drag this one over and change it to what? Black. So this is what I can have. So here we have type. Here is what? Linear. I can change it from linear to something radial. This is radial. It is round, right? So I come to direction and change it from that direction to something like this. I can change the direction. I can change it. So in case if I want the white to be in the middle, I can drag the white to this side and bring the red here. I bring the white here. I can arrange it any I want to arrange it this way to give me what I want, right? So I have it like this. So here is the word direction. I can change it to any direction I want or I make it work, but I like using the circular direction. I can also change it from radial to rectangle. So the rectangle is here. I can also change the direction of the rectangle to something like this, right? That's how we can add what? Gradient fill. Okay. I can also increase the transparency of the gradient fill, increase the brightness, and all of that. Any question? Any question? Let me return me back to my radial. I so much love this radial. Okay. I love the radial. Let me leave it there. So because if you look at it carefully, you think there is a hole there that you can put something inside. So let me use it instead of solid fill. Let me use a pattern fill here. We have another thing for pattern fill. So this pattern here, we have like two colors that we can add. We have the foreground and the background. The background is the base color, while the foreground is the color that rests on the background. So here I can add the background, make it black, and the foreground, I can make it red if I want to. So I have something like this, beautiful. So see my box, right? Or our cube. Our cube is very okay. So let us insert a text box. To insert a text box, we click here and see what we have text box here that we can insert text box here, or we come to shape and we have what? Text box. We click on it and come here, draw the text and write our text. So let's say this is a cube. I want to name the cube. I say this is what? This is a cube. So this is a cube. Yes. So what can we do? We can drag it here. You see here, definitely the color will always overshadow it, but we don't want this to happen. What do? We come to shape fill and say what? No fill. And we come to what? Shape outline and say what? No outline. So I can change the color of this cube. Sorry, the color of the text to any color of my choice. Let me make it what? White. I come here and I make it what? White. And I make it bold. I can also change the text color to maybe Algerian, something like this. This beautiful. I increase the text, something like this. All right.
Okay.
So I have a display cube for me. What else can we insert? SmartArt. We leave SmartArt for another day, link for another day, and we also leave SmartArt. So let me add SmartArt, insert SmartArt quickly. Where can we insert SmartArt? Okay, WordArt rather. So these are WordArt. I want to use it to design something. So let's say I want to design a happy birthday. I can just come here and say what? Happy birthday to you. So let's insert something like this. And I will type what? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sorry. Birthday. Like this. So let's come here. I come to this text. You see what art style, Abby? I come to this effect and transform it. Come to transform and choose this transform here. So I have something like this, happy birthday. This yellow something dot will always be there to reduce or to increase the edges. So I reduce the edges. I want something like this. So here, the line spacing is too much for me. What do? I can come back home and say what? No line spacing. I can say no line spacing after paragraph. I think it's okay like this. So we can use this to reduce the edges, to make it pointed or increase it, you see. But I want to reduce it because that's how I want to design my what happy birthday, something like this. Okay, that's something like this. So let me remove this extra space that's here, or reduce the space this way. Okay, I drag it up. I want to insert a shape, something like this, smile, something like this. Okay. Let me say this is how I want to design my happy birthday. I think I should. I didn't group this. Let me put it together. Remember the group it. If I click here, group and group. I'll group this together. Let me move this down. Okay, so this is my happy birthday. I want to design. If I click on this, I also change the field. Let me change it to something like this. And let me also change this one to something the same color. I use the same color, but this time this is text. If I change this color here, it will change the field. You get. So I need to go and change the text column, which is this side. You can see this text. I'll be showing A and all of that. This one is for shape field. This is what text field. So I come here. If I want to fill the color, I choose this very one. If I want to change the outline of the color, I will not use this one. I will use this one is for the outline of the color. So let me use red for text outline. So here the same thing. I will use for shape field. I'll use this for the outline of the shape. I have something like this, but it is too pointed. Let me increase it a bit. So I have a little happy birthday design like this for myself. That's what I can do. The second or third or the last thing we'll do for today, rather, is what? Is smart art. The smart art is here. What can we do with the smart art? We can use smart art to insert a lot of things. Let's say to show or illustrate the process of doing something. Show list. Illustrate the relationship between one thing and the other. Show matrix, hierarchy, and all of that. We can also display pictures. Let's say if I want to list things like, say, I want to go to the market and buy things, then I can list them using what? List here. We have list, a lot of them we can use here. Say, let me insert this very one here and say, okay. I will insert this. So let me put down my happy birthday. I group it. So let's say I want to buy okra. I can just click inside and write okra. Here I want to buy egusi. I can just say egusi here. Then here I can list another thing. Let's say mango. So let's say I'm sending this into somebody. Let me just say physically challenged people. One can read and one cannot read, right? So I'm sending you to go get me something. What do I do? Instead of me just writing okra, if I know you'll not be able to read it, what do? I come here and insert a picture of the okra. So if I click on this box, it will show me, it will tell me the way I want to insert picture. Then here I can insert from the file, and insert picture online. So let me look for okra, picture of okra online. But to insert that, my system must be connected to the word internet. So I'm waiting for it to pull out the images for me. So I can search for image of okra. If it's taking time, we can close it and use from file. But I don't think I have image of okra here. So let me say I should insert something like the mouse. I will insert the mouse. So we have the mouse here. So instead of okra, let me change it to what? Mouse. Mouse. Come here. Insert something like process. So this is, let's say you are baking cake and you want to tell somebody a process of baking a cake, you can just come here and have something like that looks like a process. So let's say from something to so we have steps to bake what a cake or bake cake. I click on this and I click OK. So here I can say step one, I show the cake, how you are mixing it. I double click to add image here too. So not everyone has image. I can just click here. If this is our cake, let's say this is mixing. You will now explain how you mix, what you mix. Salt, let's say mixing of salt, or let's say just salt to be added here. Salt, sugar, and what else do you add here? Water or butter, anyone you want to use. Then this is step two. What do you do in step two? Step two, you stir, right? You stir the cake. Let's say here is just one thing. I can delete the rest and leave only what? Maybe I think it's stirring. That is no stirring. You stir. Or let's say mixing. Then here maybe oven or anything. You can show a process. So this arrow is telling you from here you move to this side. From this one you move to this. So that's how to tell what the process. You can also change the process to something like this. Look at what the process. So we have other processes you can use here. Process diagram that you can use. So we have this one. It's also a process diagram showing the process of how to do something. Or let's say you are going somewhere. I want to give you a description. I say, okay, if you are coming to my house, the first thing, enter from Barra bus stop, to somewhere, from that place to this place. So this is like giving you direction on how to do something or process on how to do something. Another smart art we can insert here is, let's say, relationship. Let's use circle, right? Let's use circle. Let's say the circle from, let's use a circle like human. Let's use human life cycle. We have adult human. Okay, let's say from fertilization. We have from fertilization to what? One is missing here. From fertilization to bed, right? From fertilization to bed or any one you want to use. Then from bed, we have crawling. The baby will start to crawl, crawling to standing, standing to what? Walking, walking to running to maturity, from there growth. So we have a cycle like this. From there back to the baby will start giving birth again to another baby. So this is a cycle. We say life is in cycle. It will rotate. This is like what do we call it? A circle. It's like a circle. Let's say we have water cycle, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, and you want to insert something like that. And you want to illustrate how it starts. You can just say, okay, start from fertilization, or this one, which is bed, from bed to crawling, this and that. Or this is from what? Fertilization to bed to crawling to standing to walking, back to fertilization. The circle continues. So you can explore other words, smart art options here. Another thing we insert again is we take a screenshot. Let's say I want to take a screenshot of something like this, right? This is the last thing I've opened here. I return back to my Word. So I want to insert something here using word screenshot. I'll come to screenshot here under insert screenshot. Click on screenshot, screen word clipping. I click on it. It will take me to the last window I open. So I can just draw this or drag it across like this, and it's automatically here. It will move to this place. Are we following? Okay. So that was normally it will not move. I have to do what? Grab test it for it to move freely. Grab test through, then I can move it freely. Right? Okay, let us insert another thing, which is inserting video. Okay, I'll take you to the video I have, which is Genoptech, our previous video. Let us insert a video here and see how it works. I come to insert what? Online video, right? I insert online video. There are two ways I can insert online video here. I can insert a video through a link or insert it using what? Insert video. If I insert it using a link, you have to click on the link for it to take you to what? Where the video is. So with that, let me open, while this one is loading, let me open the YouTube channel and see. So I'll go to YouTube here. From here, go to YouTube. Let me just type YouTube and see. Taking time to load, sorry. YouTube. Open YouTube. Allow the YouTube to open. Then okay. So we have this YouTube here. This is one of our previous classes, introduction, right? So I want this video to play inside the document we are creating. What do I do? I'll copy the link. I'll click on share to copy the link. So here we have the link here. I can share it on WhatsApp and all of that, but now I want the link so that I want to display the link there. Right? I copy the link. I return back to our Word. Then this one is trying to load. I'll close it, right? So I come to Word links. In that link here, I see we have existing file or web pages. What do I do? Not current folder. I want to insert web pages, right? I click on pages, or I click on pages. I can insert my address here, or let me say, I insert my address here. I copy the address and I put it here. So here you can see display text. Sorry, text to display, Abby. I can leave it a link like this, but I will say what? Introduction to MS Word or Genoptech first class on MS Word. I'll type it Genoptech first class on MS Word. So this text will display instead of the link showing, right? And I'll say what? Okay. Don't forget, you click on the link. From link, it will open this. You click on existing file or web pages. So if this video is inside here, I can link this video here, the one inside my computer, right? But the problem with that is that the one inside my computer, if I share this file with you, that don't have the video in your own computer, even if you have it, the location might differ, because here it will pick the address of my own computer. Let me say the address of the file, the video, where it is located in my own computer. Take for instance, let's say my video is inside what? My video was saved inside Genoptech, right? And that the Genoptech is saved inside where? Which of the folders? The desktop folder. So your own computer, you might have the same video, but the video will be saved somewhere else. And even if you see the same place, it will not reference to that very address, right? When you try to play the video, it will not play. So let us insert it as a link. And I'll also insert the one inside computer. This one is, why I use this one is that even if I share the link with you, when you click it, it will take you to YouTube. The video will be played on YouTube. So I say what? Okay. So I have this here, Genoptech Word, first class on MS Word. Because I've not saved this, maybe say like a PDF, I cannot click it directly. Like, what do? I hold my control key, and if I come here, you see this hand is pointing, the finger is pointing that you can click. I click on it. The video will go and play on what? On YouTube. You can see it here. It's opening. You can see, right? So that's how we can what? Insert hyperlink. So let me also connect a video, the video that we have inside the computer here with this. I still go back to what? Link. I click on link, what? Existing file or what? Web pages. This time I want to pull the video that is inside the computer. So what do? I come to current folder. From folder, where is the video located? I'll go and look for where the video is located. And what do? I click on what? I click on this browse for Word file. Click on browse for file. Then I come to class videos. That's where my videos are located. Class videos. But I'm not seeing any video here. Other class videos. What do? This is what office file. So under the office file, I will click here to show all files. Show all files. So you can now see my videos here. So this is day 2. I click on day 2 because that's what I want to show. And now click here. Okay. So when I come here, okay. So what do? Don't forget, I said if I share this with you, it will not play because you don't have the video there. But this other one that I inserted from YouTube, it will definitely what play. So what do? I will change here the name to another thing. Let's say this is the 2 class. The 2 what? Class record. Record. So this is what will display instead of this URL. So let me say this is link, right? If you check here, it's showing from user, home PC, document, IG, IBAN. These are folders inside this computer. It's telling you that this file, day 2, right, is inside video folder or class video folder. Class video is inside Genoptech. Genoptech is inside IBAN. IBAN is inside document. Document is inside home PC. So this word, that's the file part, how you can trace this video if you want to get the video. So if I share with you, this might not play because you don't have the video. Even if you have the video, it might not be inside the same word address because this is the address of the video. For you to play it, it will go and pick the video from there. So I say what? Okay. I can use target frames, but let's leave it the way it is. None. Same frame, whole page, new page, parent frame, like that. Okay. Let's leave it known the way it is default. And I say what? Okay. Okay, I need to close this one first. Sorry. So we have this one, class what? Okay, I didn't complete it, sha. Let me say day 2. Day 2 class record. So I click on it. It's saying what? Microsoft Office has identified a potential security concern. This location may be unsafe. I say yes. I should go and open it. So now it will ask me where to play the video from media here. And I say what? Just once. So it will pull out the video and play it for me. You can see, right? So that's how we can insert video. We can also insert okay, we can also insert other things. Let's say picture. I can also pull a picture here from this link, right? Another way I can insert this is through object. But let me insert it from this link again. We have object here. I think this is our object. Yes. I can also insert something like as an object. If I insert as an object again, object is not a link, right? But I'll still go through the normal process. I click on this object to insert something for us. Create new or create from Word file. I click create on file and I browse the object. What do I want to insert? I want to insert this time around a picture, like something like this. I insert it. Then instead of displaying, this is the name that I should display, right? I can just say banner. This is our banner. Sorry, banner, something like this. Then this picture will never be linked towards the folder where it is. The one I want to insert. Like if I don't click on Word, link to file, this file will not be linked if I don't click on Word, link to file. And I don't want this banner to show. I want an icon to show for the picture. So I can just say what? Display an icon. If I come here, this is the icon that will display, or I'll change the icon to something else. Let me change it to something maybe like this. No, that's what is there. I'll change it to something like this. Okay. And I click OK. I click OK here. Sorry, couldn't find your file. Was it moved? The name was deleted. File is there. Okay, so let me browse it again. Come down to video class or general tech. The file is there. Please find it. Okay, let me leave it this way and link it with what like this and see. Okay, why they couldn't find it because I removed the address of the word of the file. So if I right click, normally sorry, control key, as I said, or just double click here, because it's an icon, double click on it, it will go and open the PNG file. I say open. I choose how to open it. If I want to open it with paint, I click on paint just once. It did not open. PNG open. Okay, this is it. You can see it here. It is open already. Like that's how we can link what files, objects. I can also pull out another, let me say a file that is maybe document, presentation, workbook, and all of that. So let me pull out something like a PDF file here, and I can use what link or what object here. Object is under text, insert what text, and insert as object. So object or text from file. I can insert text from file. For instance, I'm writing something and I don't want to, let's say, after writing a very long something, or I'm designing a file. I designed a file and I don't want to put our policy or terms and condition. Let me say I'm designing a form. I don't want to put the terms and condition on that word inside here. What do? I can just say for terms and condition, or let me say privacy or policy. Click here to read our privacy or policy or terms and condition, right? So because if I bring it here, the form will be too long because the policy statements, the terms and condition will also be what written, let me say contained in that word form. So for me to avoid that kind of long form, what do? I can connect my file to Word where I have the terms and condition written already. So once you come here, what do? You just click on terms and condition and it will take you to where the terms and condition are. So with that, I can just say what terms, I can type terms and condition here. I can manually type terms and condition, terms and conditions, right? Right. So I highlight on what I highlight the terms and conditions here. I come here and say object. If I come here under object, I say create from Word file. Create from file. I try to pull out the file where I have terms and conditions. So let's go back to Genop Tech. I have this here, which is program distribution or Genop invoice. Or let's say I'm just pulling any file for Word for practice sake. But if it's terms and condition, I must definitely pull the terms and condition. So I click on Word, insert here. I click on insert. So we have the file part here. You've seen it already. So yeah, I want to use it as I want to use icon. Remember, you must link it. If you don't link it, it can never be connected to where the file is. So I link it here, come here, and I want to display it as what icon. I can change the icon I want to display. Let's say something like this. I choose the icon. Okay. So come again. I want to change the icon. This is the name I want to choose. So here I can just name it what terms and condition. Terms and what conditions. Conditions. Right. Conditions. And I say what? Okay. I've linked it. I want to display an icon and I say okay. This is it. So this is terms and condition. I can remove this. If I double click here, it will go and open that Genoptech invoice for me. I double click 1, 2. You can see that open the Genoptech invoice for me. So if this to be our terms and condition, once you click the terms and condition will open here. You come and read the terms and condition on a separate word window or page instead of you reading it inside that very form or inside a very document there. So in order not to waste our storage or or to consume our storage, what do we do? Since we have the file there already, instead of having it again written inside another document, inside a file, inside another file, inside a form, or whatever you are designing, we can now link it so that when you want to read it, you can go and read it there. If it is online, we can link it using what hyperlink. Do not forget, right? So I can close this. Once I close it, it will return us back to where we were. So I click on close here. I say delete, right? So I return back to the original document. You have any question? You have any question?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The time that you're showing me the video,
Yes.
understand?
Mm.
Let me just ask, I'm using my phone now, understand?
Mm.
And you're using laptop over there.
Mm-hmm.
Can the video play on my phone right here? Is there
Definitely.
any way it can play on my phone?
Yes.
As you play it over there and I'm seeing it.
Okay, yes, it will. That is if I am inserting the video, online video. Do you get?
Yes.
But yes, it will play. If you click the,
Okay,
if you
how do I
click,
go about it?
okay, I would, it's the same way, but let's check it here. What you see here, this is an online video. It is asking me to insert what? Enter the address for the online video, right? So you remember the other
Okay.
time I copied the address of this video here. Then what the link,
Yes.
share. From share,
Yeah.
I say copy word, the link. I copy the link.
Yeah.
If I come back here to the MS Word, what do I do? We have here, enter word, the address for the online video. So I can paste my address here. You can see it. Once I paste it, you can
Okay.
see it. It's a pop of the video here already for us. So I can now insert it. I say insert.
Okay.
So this video would display like this. So once you have access to it on your phone, just click on the video. The video will start playing like this on your phone.
Okay.
So you see the video is playing now. You hear it playing now. You can see it's playing. So this is how it will also play on your phone. You can decide to take it to YouTube. Once you click on YouTube now, it will take you to YouTube. If I click on
Okay.
YouTube now, it will take me to YouTube. But I can play it here like this. I play it here. It will be played here. If I click on YouTube, it will take me to YouTube. So this is how we can insert the video. I don't know. I would have allowed those other things. Okay, they are still here. We just leave it like this. Or that's okay. This is one way we can insert. But don't forget, I said if the video is inside my computer and you want to insert it, I insert the video just like this one that we have here. This very one here. This very one is inside my. Okay, this one is on YouTube. This one will play on YouTube. This very document is inside my computer, and this banner is inside my computer, and this day too is inside my computer. You can see it here. It's showing the address of my computer from what C to user,
Yeah.
user to home PC. This one will not play on your phone. Why?
Okay.
Because the video is not in your phone. It is only in my computer here, localized. But this other one here, the video is inside Word. It's not inside my computer. It is online. So online video. Yes, online video. Okay. Then this one is PC video, or let me say on-premise video. Video on, okay, video from PC, video from PC, personal computer, or video, I think it's video slash image, right, for the two of them from PC. Okay, so again, to insert it is the same process, right? To insert it is the same process. How do we do it again? Let me go over it once again. I want to insert the video. I come to insert. From insert, there are two ways I can insert. I can insert the video through what? link, I'll go and copy the link. It will show like this one. Online, it will show the link here. It will not show a video like this very one. This one, why it's showing like this is because I inserted what? A video here. I didn't insert it through a link like this. You get? I inserted it. So if you want your video to show like this, you must insert it using what? Media. Under media, you insert what? Online videos. But here, I'm inserting a link to the same video. I'll go and put the link online, come and insert it here. So if I go back to the online video here, if I don't have the link, I can search for the video online and it will still show. This other one, I inserted using what? Object here. So let's insert the video again. Let me say one way to insert it to the online video. I come back to insert online videos. I click on insert online videos here, online videos. I will allow it to load, but this one is wasting my time. Hey, it didn't take time again this time around. So if you check here, we have YouTube, we have SlideShare, we have Vimeo, we have TED. These are all platforms where we can get videos. Or if I have a link already to the video, like the one I inserted before, what do? I just paste the link here using what? I copy the link, come here, Control V, or I right click inside and paste it, right? If I right click inside, you can see paste here. I can paste it, paste here. I paste the link. It will now pop up the video, that online video here for me. Once I paste the link, it will go and pull it out for me on YouTube or any platform. But or I can just click on what? YouTube. If I click on YouTube here or on, I think, okay, like giving a description. This is a higher version of this thing, like Microsoft Office. So like the previous version where I can go and search for the video online. Even though normally, if I click on YouTube here, the other version, I'll go and search for the video myself. But this one expect me to go and bring the link of the video and paste it here. Just like I did. So you need to have a link to the video. Once you get the link, just paste it here it will search it for you. I paste the link, it will search for the video for me and it will appear here. Just like this. All right. Or I click. I don't know. I need a way where I can just save for the video, but let's see. Let me just paste this one and we pull it out first. Once the video load, I say what? Insert. Then the video will be here to display here. Okay? So that displayed here. I'm trying to check other ways we can insert. I want to see how we can search for the video, just the way we search for pictures here, online pictures here. For online pictures, we can search for it. You see here, we can search for online pictures. So let's say I want to see a dog. I want to search for dog, picture of a dog. I'll just type dog and I'll enter. It will go and search for pictures of dog for me. So anyone of my choice, I'll just click on it and I will do what? Insert it. So I'll allow it to load. I have picture of a dog here for me. So that's how we can, before, let me say previous versions, or let me say older versions of Word, you can equally search for video that way. When you come to video here, you can search for it. But this one is not allowing searching. For you to get it, you must go where? Online to get the video. Any other question? Or call it
No,
a day?
sir, no.
Okay, so I will share this file with you or in the class. So you just go through it and see how it works. This very file here. I'll share it. I'll arrange it well, then share it. Thank you very much for staying till this time. Appreciate your time. Despite that today is Easter, you find it to be here. Yeah, easy to be here.